Yo guys, and welcome to my review of episode 45 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, the duel between Yugioh and Yugioh. And overall, this was a really great episode. We get Yugioh's second loss here, which I don't think anyone was expecting. But now, looking at how it was done, it makes total sense. Yugioh now has 2 losses overall, which, it's better than Yuga had at this stage. Yuga was, at this moment, at 3 losses. That's really great. As I said, I prefer having characters like Yuga, who actually lose a lot, than characters like Yusaku, who don't lose at all. Now, was Yuga's lose streak a bit too much? Sure, and that's a whole video for another day. But this felt like a good way of doing this. Where now looking at it, it makes total sense because Yugioh wants to show Yugioh that rush duels are something that could end this war, and now it makes sense, right? That he would win, he would get over his issue of not being able to make any decisions. Now, as Yuhi said, it was still a coin flip, but as Yugioh said, it was the principle of it, right? It's not the same where you have someone else flip a coin and for you to flip a coin. It might be very similar, but it's still not the same. And the character of Yugioh I thought was really good. I feel like this arc, all the new characters that we got have been really entertaining. Both the Valkyrian soldiers and the Yugioh and Shubaha. I don't know, I feel like this arc has gotten some really good one-off characters, so that's just really solid. The whole gimmick of him not being able to decide was funny, and the fact that the twins aged to 88 years old was really funny. I love Yugioh's reaction to that last one. And I gotta say, Yuhi looked good with a mustache. That was really good. But I guess kind of the main thing here was the end with the Urdamar, right? So we see that Yugioh has accepted that they would fight alongside Yugioh in this war, that they are going to accept rush duels as a thing that could possibly bring this war to an end. And so as Valkyr travels towards the center of the Valkyr star cluster and its 8 main planets, we see the Urdamar with Ran and Muda Valkyr crash on Earth. Now, they made it look kind of weird, where it looks like there are 3 crash sites, not 2. Because in the initial crash, where they go through that force field of Valkyr, it looks like it splits into 3. And then we have it shown where there is one that crashed at UTS. We presume that was Muda, and the other 2 seemingly crashed into the forest. Obviously, one of which being Ran, and the other we presume is the Urdamar. And it seems like we are now playing this kind of game of Among Us, where we're gonna try to find out who the actual imposter is here, who is being controlled by the Urdamar. So this is going to be now very interesting here, and I mean, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the main goal of the Urdamar is going to be to take over Yuhi. We know from Jump Festa that we have that silhouette of Yuhi, and you know, we guess that that is probably the Urdamar being in control of him, and it wouldn't shock me that at that point the arc, or I guess the season finale duel, is Yuhi versus Yugioh, or I guess the Urdamar versus Yugioh. And I mean, that would be a really cool duel, and you know, we're gonna have to wait and see. One also point that I don't see a lot of people mentioning, which was interesting, was Galactic Oblivion had a slightly new animation. It was like just a couple of seconds of new footage, but it adds a lot to it, and it looks really good. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I wanted to do a bit of a quicker review, since I will be doing that stream. By the time you're watching it, it probably should have happened already if it wasn't scuffed. Yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts. Who do you think the Urdamar is after? Do you think it is after Yuhi, or any maybe there's someone else who it wants? And what do you think of the character of Nisha? Do you think he should have won this duel? Or I guess did he deserve? And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next review.